Hi, how you doing? Jeff back again, bringing you another fantastic guitar lesson. Well, I think they are anyway. Of course, we are, well, maybe not of course, this is the song Crusader, from the Crusader album by Saxon. Thought I haven't done any Saxon for a while, so I thought about time we did something. We're going to be looking at the intro, the acoustic part. We are obviously going to be looking at all of the verses and the rhythm sections. It's not too hard a song, so it isn't. You should get into this fairly well. I will be providing the backing track for this, so you can play along with it. And also, I will have the usual tabs that will be available as well for you. So, all of the songs are going to be covered. And at the end, if you do stick around for the end, I'm going to be talking about the soloing, and I'm going to be talking about improvisation over these solos. So I'm just going to give you some really good ideas of how you can play solos over the top of this and have some fun with it. If this is your first time to the channel, hi. How you doing? I hope you're going to have a great time through this video. I know everyone who's on the channel has all seemed to have a really good time with these lessons that we'll be looking at. If you are Saxon, Maiden, Judas Priest, and I am looking at some other bands, but really it's that new wave of British heavy metal that we're looking at here. It seems to be the most popular one. If you're a fan of that, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, give it a good big smash out there, and that way you're going to be notified whenever I'm posting anything new to the channel. And why not at this time really help me with these videos? Get on that like button. Really give that like button a good old bang there, and let's get the likes up on these videos, and especially this video, but any future ones that you watch by me. It really does help the channel, and it helps me to grow and expand on this. So if you've got any songs, and I know I keep getting them, I have some great ones that come through just recently about songs to do, let me know. If there's any ideas of things that you'd like to see on the channel, again, let me know. It'd be great to hear a lot more from you subscribers, because I think there's about nearly 16,000 of you out there. So my email box should be full of comments. So as long as they're good ones. I was it the last one. I look like Sting. Wish I had his bank balance, but unfortunately I don't. But it's great hearing from you anyway. But like I said, I've got some really good requests for songs coming through. So I have. Don't forget also the premium channel. I'm putting some stuff on there as well that isn't on the normal channel. So why don't you just hop over after you've watched this video, not before. Hop over to that premium channel, have a look-see down there as well. And just before I go, because I know you're sick to death of hearing me talk, don't forget, I am an online guitar tutor. What I do for a living. Now it is, I'm not a full paid up YouTuber. So if you are interested in taking a lesson with me, I do offer a free trial lesson for people. So if you would be interested in taking a lesson with me, why don't you drop me a line, email will be down there, and let's set up when I say it's a trial lesson, it's just a free lesson really. We can talk about anything, I can show you anything you want. So if you fancy taking the time, drop me a line, let's set something up, and we can have a lesson and we can have a little chat together. Great to see you in face. Anyway, I'm shutting up now. Let me get into this and let me show you how to play Crusader. So don't go away.
Preview.
Right, let's get into that acoustic section right at the beginning that introduces the song. I'm going to play it on my guitar. I'm just going to set a nice little acoustic sound that I've got on here that I normally use. So I'll just play it through and then we'll break it down. And that would repeat itself. So what are we doing there? Well, it's really all across this A minor chord that we're going to be playing. So we're just playing 2D, 2G and 1 on the B. But we are going to be working down a phrase coming from the high E string and then going across to the 3 on the B string and then down to the 1. So we're playing a sequence across them 3 notes. The picking pattern that we're going to be using is going to be starting from high to low. So we're going to start off on the high E string and then go into the G and the D string. So we get this. We're going to play that twice. That's your first one. Then we're going to put our pinky down here on the third finger on the B string and we're going to play this 3 times doing the B string, G and the D. Now on the last one there's a pause because everything that we're playing here is going to be 16ths except for the last note on the bar. So we would get on bar number 1 this. Pause. Then we pick up again, same thing on the 3, so we're going to play that twice. Then we are lifting our finger and then now we're on that A minor chord. Going to play that one 3 times. Little pause there. Now, the busy one, we're going to do a 3 on the B, to the 1, lift the first finger, and we're going to play that 3 times with the open string, going to the G and the B. Little pause, final one, go back to the 1 on the B string, and then we do open. Final part, open A and 2 on the G. Just play that through nice and slowly, all the way through so you can follow it. So, open E string first. 3, pause, 3 again, 1, pause, then back, 3, 1, open, and playing that, oh, I've lost where I am here. So we go 3, 1, open, 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 and then 1, open. I'm sure you're going to play it better than I just did, but I'm sure you get the idea. I'm going to play through that sequence, believe you're doing that 3 times. So, maybe wrong, let me just double check. Let me just see that. No, you're going to play it 4 times. 4 times, and the electric guitar, the overdrive guitars, come in on the back of that last one. That little section there. So, that is the opening sequence of the acoustic. Right, let's gonna change the sound on the guitars and let's start looking what we do with the overdrive guitars. Right, we're now on the overdrive, got my Saxon sound here, working nicely there. Just want to mention, over the acoustic guitar, when it comes to that part where we're doing the 1, then we've got that part there. What we have is this power chord sequence, which is a C5. Dropping that finger down to, so I'm doing a 3 and a 5, dropping down to 2 and a 5, and then to an A5 power. Let that ring out. Goes through the sequence again behind that with the acoustic guitar, and then it comes back in and we play again now. Then it's followed by this part. So what are we playing now? Well, we're starting off with an A5 power chord, but we're playing on the octaves. So we're up here on 7 on the D, 9 on the G, and Pinky is playing 10 on the B. We don't play that high E string. And we're doing a down, down, up, down. Down, down, up, down. And then we're going to shift down 2 frets to what would be a G5 power chord. Same fretting, or same fingers, but 2 frets down. From there we repeat that rhythm. And all I'm doing there, I'm just holding down 5 and 5 on the D and G. We play that again. Back to that G5, and then our usual. We go back. And from there, we've just got this little riff that we're going to play. So what we're playing there is open E string, 5/5 on the A and D, and then back to the E string. And then I'm doing a 5 and 4, 4 being on the D string. You let that ring out, and then we go. That is a slide in on the A string to the 5, and then on to the 7 hammer on. Pick it. I prefer picking it actually. Down to a 5 on the E string, and then open E. So we hold that for a bar and a half. And that takes us to the verse section, verse number 1. So let's move on and let's look at how to play that one. Now for the verse section, what I've done, I've taken off the overdrive a little bit. I've just backed it out a little bit from what we had before. So we just can say there's still distortion going on there, but not as in your face as what we was getting in that introduction part. And we just play through this line, which keeps on going all the way through the verses. So I'll play it through and then I'll just break it down for you. So it goes like this. And then it repeats. So very easy to do. We're just going to start off on, we're just playing across the A, D and G string. We're going to keep hitting that open G string. That's why if you get too much overdrive on it, it just gets a little bit muddy. That's why I just backed it off a little bit. So we're doing 7 on the A to 5 on the D, first of all, with that open G. So we just, and then we go back to the D. So we go. Up. So 7, 5, open. So we hit the same string, but to keep the pattern going, back onto that 5. See, if you played it, just hit the 2 5s on there, it don't have the same effect. Then we're going to move all the way down, and we're going to play 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, and of course that open G string, same picking pattern. So it's A, D, G, D. Move that shape up, back to the 5, so we're doing 5 and 4, same picking. Now, first time round, we're going to go back, we're going to go to the, just holding down 2 on the D string, so we're doing O, 2 and O again, and then back to the 2. And then we go back up, that's 7, 5. So that's C. To the D, and we repeat it. That's the end of a loop, and then the loop just keeps on going through the verses, so we just keep backwards and forwards on that. Like that, and that is how you would play the verses. From there, hit that drive pedal again, and then we back on. Sorry, let's get that right. Which is the chorus. That section is the chorus. And at this point, we've pretty much covered all of the song, because what's going to happen is we go back to a chorus, we do a verse, we do a chorus, just keeps repeating backwards and forwards from that. Coming out of the chorus for the last time before we go into the guitar solos, we have that line that we did at the beginning. We got that, we're just playing across. And then we did last time, we did that. We did that part there, but this time he's got a slight variation. He's just going to go. He does a 5 to the 4 on the D string. And then he's doing an open. And he repeats that. Just repeats that through. He does that 4 times. Then we go into another chorus, which is where the first solo is played over. So we're going into that. That's played over the first solo. Now the second solo is just pure power chords all the way through it. So let me just go through that for you, and then we'll just talk about the guitar solo itself. But solo number 2 starts off with a D5 chord. Now we're just going to play 1 chord per bar. So we got this 1, 2, 3, 4 to a C, 2, 3, 4 to an F, 1, 2, 3, 4 to a G, 2, 3, 4 to a B flat, 2, 3, 4 back to the C, 2, 3, 4, and then we go to a D. We're going to play the D over 3 bars. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then we start that repeat to the C, to the G, then to the F, and then, right, wrong way around. He goes to the C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4 to the G, 2, 3, 4, B flat, C, and we just repeat that through. And then we back into what we'll be seeing as the outro chorus, which is just that. The chorus doesn't go back to a normal chorus. It just keeps on going through that power chord sequence that we just looked at. Takes us to the end of the song. Of course, don't worry, sequence there, I know I've kind of flew through it quite quickly because it's just 1 chord per bar, but I will be including the tablature with this so you could follow that through. And as I said, that just slows down to the end of the song. So all the parts have been covered. See, a very, very easy song to play, not too bad at all. But solos. What we're talking about here, let's just have a little brief chat about the solos. Right, let's just talk about that first solo. The first solo is a cross on an A minor pentatonic. I'm not going to break this down note for note. I want you to have a little bit of fun with this, and I will be including the backing track for you, so you can play a cross on over the top of this. But what we're going to do, he just basically opens up what we would call 4th position. So I'm up here on the 13th and the 15th fret on A minor, and he's got it just noodling, bending on that 15, off to the 13, down to the 14 on also the 12 on the G. Then he moves down to 1st position, A minor pentatonic, and again he just works. Again, I'm just noodling. The more set lead is this part where he's doing these double stop bends, similar to what you would find on Run to the Hills by, of course, Iron Maiden. But you get it. So all I'm doing there, I'm just holding down 5 on the high E and I'm bending 8 a full tone, so it's 3 frets. So I get, move up 2 frets, move up 1 more fret, so I'm at 8, back down to 7, and then we go back up to, so we go to the 8, to 10, down to the 7, so back up to the 8, 10, finishing off. Now when I'm giving them numbers, I'm talking about the first finger. Playing that pizzazz. And then finishing out, I think, back on that 4 position. So, you know, interpretation. That's what I'm trying to say here on this. Enjoy yourself on that little solo there. You know, you can riff away, you can play limited notes on there. It's still going to work nicely. So, have a bit of fun. That's what it's always about here. Okay, let's look at the second solo. Now, for the second solo, with the longer one, the 2, he's shifting to D minor pentatonic. Now again, you can noodle around on this, but I'll show you a couple of licks that are played in this song. But you can start off just playing across them 2 top strings, the B and the high E string on 10 and 13, because the scale we're going to be using 13 10, 13 10, 12 10, 12 10, and 12 10 again. And then we can either go 8 to the 10s, but you've got just noodling down. He's got one that he's doing there, which is 10 on the high E, and then we're going from 13 10 13 on the B. That's one that he's using on that. Then he's got another one that I've seen used quite a lot on this, these kind of songs. He's doing a kind of a bluesy. So I'm bending on that 12 on the G, and then double stopping through the 10 and 10. Then he's doing 13 on the B, pulling off, back to that 12, and he just repeats. And then out, so then he does shift down a little bit low. He goes down to again position 4 on the D minor pentatonic, which we've got from the A string, from that D on the A. You have got 5 to 7, and then it's 5 7 5 7 5 7. Then it's 5 8 5 8 5 7 5 7. Then you got 6 8 on that B string, back to a 5 8. So it kind of blew. I can use that. Same idea. Bending on the 8 on the B, coming back down the scale to the 5, 8 to the 6, to the 7. Then working down. And then you can go back up. Just taking, running up the scale. You could do one of my favourite ones, a Banomassa, which is 13 10, 13 10, finishing on 12. So I'm doing just taking that pattern of 5s, next string, and then on the G string. There's a rundown that you can put into that, but again, just have some fun. over the backing track. I don't know, why don't we have some fun here? I don't know if you'd be interested in this. Let me know in the comments below if you're interested. Put the backing track up and you're going to record yourself noodling over the top of this part of the solo. Let me have a listen. And I can comment on it if you want. Maybe we'll turn this into something better where we can all experiment or we can demonstrate our improvisation skills. I could put some backing tracks together, we can record them and we can review them. I'm sure I can set this up, but I'd love to know what your thoughts would be. So why don't you put something down in the comments there? Let's try and do this. I know it's been mentioned before, we never really got somewhere. Let's have a go. Let's kind of do some improvisation and I can give you some ideas on how to improve your improvisation. To me, it sounds like a plan. Anyway, what we've done here, we've covered all of the song, taken it straight through, gone through the solos. If you don't want to do the solo, just play the rhythm tracks. Not a problem, is it? But I'll include all the tablature for you and also this backing track that I will be putting together. And get this, let's see, but I would love to hear your comments about that. Anyway, I am going to let you go. All the information's there. Have some fun and learn how to play Crusader by Saxon. So until the next time, this is Jeff, wishing you well. Speak to you real soon. Until then, goodbye.